All right, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to do something that's going to be not as complicated as some other builds and all the measurements. We're going to have four measurements, just a couple cuts, and we'll be able to put this together. So help me take this piece of pie and turn it into something beautiful for inside your home. For this project, you're going to need one board at 9 by 17, and this one here is roughly 3/4 of an inch thick. The other shelves that you're going to need, there's going to be 3 of them. They're going to be out of the same piece of wood. You need one at 3 by 17 and 2 at 8 by 3. So you're going to have your top, your middle, and your bottom shelf. All right, so first what we're going to do is we're going to give it a nice little straight edge on the one side here, and then we'll start making some cuts. First board is going to be 9 by 17. We got everything cut up. We got our 2 pieces at 3 by 8, our next one at 3 by 17, and our main piece at 9 by 17. So what we're going to do now is we're going to configure our pieces on our backing, which is the 9 by 17. We're going to space them out. So it's going to be a 3-tier shelving unit. A little bit of sanding to get some the edges off and the roughness off. Use 1.5 inch brad nails to secure the little shelving pieces onto the backboard. All right, so stick with me. Let's get into that sanding, the things that make you second guess the hobbies that you take on. All right, now that that fun part is all done and it's out of the way, we will get back to doing some more sanding after, so don't get ahead of yourself here. We're going to get the glue. We got our brad nailers, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the shelves together. We're going to place them on the board. I've got my level and a clamp, so that way then I can take it, put it on its side, make sure that the shelves are all level, and we don't want a crooked shelf and everything falling off. So let's get into it. Let's get it glued up. Let's get it nailed. All right, now that that one there is securely fastened, I'm going to take the other 2 pieces and get them glued and brad nailed onto this board as well. So there we go. For my stain, what I've chosen is a slate Minwax. So we're going to apply this. I'm going to give this a nice little massage. Take off maybe the excess glue that kind of seeped out on me. And then we're going to apply this stain. Don't forget to like, share, comment. It helps me along the way. It helps with the algorithm within YouTube to get my videos out there to everybody. All right, so it's time for a little bit of stain. So let's get right into this. And like I said prior, this is Slate from Minwax. We're going to give this one a go and see how this one turns out and see if we like this color. Well, you know when you make a decision and you regret that decision? Well, that just happened. So I used the slate Minwax, and to be honest with you, this really didn't do anything for me. I don't know if it's because of the wood, but if somebody could let me know in the comments. All right, so with this project, I decided to go with just an indoor-outdoor Blossom White spray paint. All right, now that I got it all painted, would I do this again? Painted, possibly. This one just didn't turn out the best, but that's what happens, right? You're trying things and want to see how they'll work out. But right now, I'm just going to put on its finishing touch, and I'll show you the final project. All right, so I don't know if anybody can guess what this might be at the end, but I've got this bracket here. I've believe I've centered it, so I'm about 1 3/8 from the edge. So I'm just going to pre-drill a few little holes here. I don't want to go all the way through, so I'm going to be careful. And I hope my screws don't go all the way through. And we didn't break through, so that's nice. Down in the comments, tell me where you're from. Where are you watching from? There must be people from all over the world that take in these videos. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Nova Scotia, over on the east coast of Canada. So, here it is, my final project. It's a nice 3-tiered wooden shelf with a towel rack, so you can place this in your bathroom, in your kitchen, or you can even take this towel rack off, this hanger here, and you can use it in your living room. So thanks a lot for following along. You know, we had some bumps and we had some curves that we had to get around, but hey, we finally made it to the end, but here we are. All right, so another project done. On to the next one. We'll see you guys soon.